a robot that runs on light instead of batteries, rice that turns into intelligent materials, military swarms of cyborg cockroaches, humanoid robots entering factories, and even robot monks answering questions in temples. Robotics just entered a very strange new phase, so let's talk about it. All right, let's start with one of the weirdest examples. Researchers at the University of California, Davis recently built an insect-scale robot that can jump continuously using nothing but light. And when I say nothing, I mean literally nothing else. No motors, no processors, no batteries, no electronics anywhere inside the machine. The entire system works purely because of the material it's made from. The robot is built mainly from something called liquid crystal elastomers. These are rubber-like materials that physically change shape when they are exposed to light. So when light shines on the material, it starts bending, and that bending stores elastic energy inside a curved beam structure built into the robot. Now here's where it gets interesting. As the light keeps hitting the material, that stored energy keeps building until it suddenly reaches a critical point. And then the beam snaps back into its original shape, releasing the stored energy instantly and launching the robot into the air. So basically, the robot jumps because the material itself acts like a spring that's constantly being charged by light. But the really clever part happens right after the jump. While the robot is in the air, its own body briefly blocks the light source and casts a shadow over itself. That shadow cools the material down and allows it to return to its original shape. Once the robot lands and the light hits the material again, the whole cycle starts over. Light bends the material, energy builds, the beam snaps, the robot jumps, the shadow resets the system, and then the process repeats. So instead of electronics controlling a feedback loop, the physics of light and shadow create the loop automatically. And to be honest, the researchers didn't even expect it to work this well. They thought the robot might jump maybe a few times before stopping. Instead, during testing, it completed 188 continuous jumps without any electronics at all. Even more surprising was the strength. The robot weighs around 300 milligrams, which is basically nothing. Yet researchers added weight to test the limits and discovered it could still operate while carrying loads up to 1,700 times its own body weight. That motion comes from something called snap-through instability. Basically, the material stores strain energy until it suddenly releases it through rapid deformation. So the robot doesn't need sensors or processors to know when to jump. Its geometry and materials handle sensing, actuation, and reset all by themselves. The project is led by Professor Wenzong Yan from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering at UC Davis, and his research focuses on something called mechanical intelligence. Instead of building smarter machines by adding more electronics, the idea is to embed intelligence directly into the materials themselves. And while that might sound abstract, the potential applications are actually pretty practical. For example, tiny robots like this could carry environmental sensors and continuously move across terrain, forming distributed networks that detect smoke or flames during wildfires. Because they don't rely on electronics in the traditional sense, they could also operate in places where conventional robots struggle, like collapsed buildings, underground tunnels, or radioactive environments. Now, while researchers are experimenting with materials like this, another group of scientists discovered something unexpected about one of the most common foods on the planet: rice. Scientists studying granular materials noticed that packed rice grains behave very differently depending on how quickly they are compressed. When rice is compressed slowly, it keeps its strength and holds its structure. But when compression happens rapidly, the friction between the grains suddenly drops and the material actually becomes weaker. This effect is called rate softening, and it happens because the internal contact networks between grains break down when the load is applied quickly. Now, at first glance, that might just sound like an interesting physics observation, but engineers quickly realized they could actually use this behavior. By combining rice with other granular materials that behave in the opposite way, like sand that becomes stronger under rapid loads, they were able to create entirely new composite materials called metamaterials. These materials can automatically change their mechanical behavior depending on how they are stressed. So under slow pressure, they might stay stiff. Under sudden impacts, they might bend or collapse. And all of this happens without sensors, electronics, or active control systems. Dr. Mingqiao Liu from the University of Birmingham explained the idea pretty clearly. Instead of programming machines to respond to forces, engineers can let the physics of the material decide how the structure reacts. And that opens up some interesting possibilities. Robots built from these materials could be lighter, softer, and safer while still adapting to their environment automatically. At the same time, protective gear like helmets or body armor could stay flexible during normal movement but instantly stiffen during sudden impacts. All right, now while some researchers are focusing on materials, others are taking robotics in a very different direction. They're combining machines with living organisms. A German defense startup called Swarm Biotactics has been developing cyborg cockroach swarms designed for military reconnaissance. And this isn't just a lab experiment anymore. The company recently confirmed that the systems have already been field tested with paying NATO customers, including German military units. So here's how it works. Each cockroach carries a tiny electronic backpack that includes sensors, communication modules, and control electronics. Movement is guided through low-voltage electrical impulses delivered through a neural interface connected directly to the insect's nervous system. Those electrical signals allow operators to steer the cockroach through environments where traditional robots simply cannot go. Instead of operating individually, the insects move together as coordinated swarms. Specialized software manages communication between multiple units so they can operate like a single reconnaissance system. The insects used for the system are Madagascar hissing cockroaches, which were chosen because they're durable, capable of navigating complex terrain like rubble and tunnels, and able to carry payloads of about 3 grams. That payload capacity is enough to support miniature sensors and encrypted communication modules. The company's CEO Stefan Wilhelm described the idea as a completely different scaling model for robotics. Traditional machines scale through manufacturing. These systems scale through breeding. In other words, the swarm can grow naturally instead of being built piece by piece in factories. So far, the startup has raised around 13 million euros, including a 10 million euro seed round and 3 million euros in pre-seed funding. That funding is supporting expansion across both Germany and the United States. Now, while that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, robotics development is also moving forward in more traditional mechanical machines. Chinese robotics company Unitree recently unveiled a powerful quadruped robot called the AS2. The robot weighs about 18 kilograms and can reach running speeds above 5 meters per second, which is roughly 11 miles per hour. Despite that size, it can support a standing payload of 65 kilograms, or around 143 pounds. Its mechanical design includes 12 degrees of freedom powered by high-speed motors and precision-crossed roller bearings. That allows the robot to climb stairs up to 25 centimeters high, traverse slopes up to 40 degrees, and mount platforms as high as 50 centimeters. Power comes from a 648 watt-hour lithium battery with 15,000 milliamp hours of capacity. When unloaded, the robot can run for more than 4 hours and travel distances over 20 kilometers. Even while carrying 15 kilograms, it can still operate for more than 2.5 hours and travel around 13 kilometers. The robot is built for harsh environments too. It carries an IP54 rating for dust and rain resistance and can operate in temperatures ranging from -20 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Higher-end versions include advanced LiDAR sensors with 64 to 128 scanning lines, along with Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, cameras, speakers, and microphones. And one feature that stands out is Unitree's intelligent side follow system, which allows the robot to track a person with centimeter-level positioning accuracy. Now, while quadruped robots like this are getting stronger and faster, the biggest push right now is happening in humanoid robotics. Factories around the world are starting to test machines designed to work in the same spaces as humans. Chinese robotics company Agabot recently introduced its industrial humanoid robot called the G2. The machine combines human-like flexibility with extremely precise motion control. Its body includes 26 degrees of freedom, along with 7 degrees of freedom arms that can apply forces as small as 0.5 newtons for delicate tasks. Computing power reaches around 2,070 teraflops using NVIDIA's Jetson Thor platform. The robot uses 4-wheel steering for omnidirectional movement, allowing crab walking and zero-radius turning inside tight factory spaces. And it runs continuously using hot-swappable dual batteries that allow 24-hour operation. According to the company, the robot passed more than 130 component tests and environmental trials and can operate in temperatures between -15 and 50 degrees Celsius. During demonstrations, the robot assembled automotive components and even learned delicate tasks like inserting RAM modules after only 1 hour of training. Now, while companies like Agibot are developing these systems, automakers are already experimenting with them in real production environments. BMW recently launched a pilot project at its Leipzig plant in Germany, where a humanoid robot called Aeon is being tested for battery assembly and component manufacturing. The robot was developed with Hexagon Robotics and is equipped with modular gripping tools, scanning systems, and wheeled mobility. It runs on NVIDIA Jetson Orin edge computers for real-time perception and decision-making, with future upgrades planned for the NVIDIA IGX Thor platform. Most of the robot's training actually happened inside simulation environments using NVIDIA's Isaac Sim and Isaac Lab platforms. Inside those digital simulations, the robot learned navigation, locomotion, and manipulation skills before entering the real factory. This simulation-first development approach reduces training time dramatically, shrinking processes that once took months down to just a few weeks. And while many humanoids are still experimental, some companies are already deploying them directly onto production lines. Chinese technology giant Xiaomi recently tested its humanoid robot inside its electric vehicle manufacturing facility. The robot worked at a station responsible for installing self-tapping nuts during the die casting process. Over a 3-hour test period, it achieved a 90.2% success rate while completing each assembly cycle in 76 seconds. The robot retrieves nuts from an automatic feeding device, aligns them precisely with positioning fixtures, and coordinates with conveyor systems during installation. To handle the complexity, Xiaomi developed a 4.7 billion parameter vision language action model combined with reinforcement learning. The robot receives input from cameras, tactile sensors, and joint position feedback, while a hybrid control system updates movement in less than 1 millisecond. Hundreds of millions of simulated disturbances were used during training to prepare the robot for unpredictable conditions. Now, outside factories, some companies are exploring humanoid robots for everyday environments. At the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, smartphone manufacturer Honor revealed its first humanoid robot during a live stage demonstration. The robot walked on stage with human dancers, performed choreographed moves to the Imagine Dragons song Believer, and finished with a clean backflip before shaking hands with Honor CEO James Lee. Honor says the robots are designed for retail assistance, workplace inspection, and companionship roles. The project is part of the company's broader Alpha Plan strategy, which includes the Alpha Phone, the Alpha Store ecosystem platform, and deep research into robotics, hardware, and advanced materials. And interestingly, humanoid robots are now even appearing in places you probably wouldn't expect. Researchers at Kyoto University recently introduced a robot called Buddharoid designed to assist in Buddhist temples. The robot runs on a chatbot system called BuddhaBot Plus, built on ChatGPT, and is mounted on a Unitree G1 humanoid platform. It can bow respectfully, perform prayer gestures, and answer questions about Buddhist teachings. During demonstrations, the robot responded to questions about relationships and emotional balance using Buddhist scriptures. The project is led by Professor Seiji Kumagai from Kyoto University's Institute for the Future of Human Society. Japan has already experimented with robotic clergy before. A robot named Mindar has been delivering sermons at the Kodaiji Temple since 2019, and the reason for this direction is actually quite practical. Japan's aging population and rural decline are leaving many temples without enough priests or followers. Robotic assistants may help maintain religious traditions, while human clergy numbers continue to shrink. So here's the real question. If robots start doing our jobs, fighting our wars, and even answering spiritual questions, what exactly will be left for humans? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates on the biggest breakthroughs in AI and robotics. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.